I ain't gonna hold y'all. Honestly, I think Jayson Tatum is better than Luka Doncic. Now I know people wouldn't say that, and that's not a conventional take because most people would say Luka's better than Jayson Tatum. But the evidence doesn't show that all the way through. See, I'm really sick and tired of this era that we're living in that is totally consumed by padding stats. Stats, stats, stats. It's all about the stats. It's not about winning. It's not about winning championships for sure. And it's damn sure not about defense. Can we get back to an era where the two-way player was always considered the best player in the league? It was always the two-way player. It was always the player who can play on both ends of the floor, i.e., that's how you get all defensive team accolades. That's how you get, first team accolades, second team accolades. You get it from being an all-around ball player. Now, if it's just jacking up shots and scoring points and getting cheap rebounds on misses or getting little cheap assists on, ollies and things of that nature. No, you got to play defense. You know what I'm saying? Like in the old days, the best players played on both ends. We got to this crazy era where you're just because you're a great scorer and you can generate a lot of offense. It skips you ahead of the line, basically, when it comes to other great players who play on both ends of the court. We got to get back to that old era, man. Like for me and how I grade players on how they play on both ends of the court. I don't give a damn on how many points you score. Yeah, it's cool, but hey, you're supposed to score a lot of points in this era. They rigged the rules for you to score a lot of points. So it's not impressive. Sorry. What can you do other than score the ball? How do you affect the game on the other end? And that's how I judge my players. And that's why I say Jayson Tatum is a better player than Luka Doncic. Not to mention, low-key, interesting stat came out that showed that Jayson Tatum is 9-1 against Luka Doncic, including the playoffs. So that's the finals and the regular season. His teams not only outplay Luka's teams, Jayson Tatum, for the most part, outplays Luka Doncic in those games on both ends of the court. Again, both ends. So, this is why I think Jayson Tatum's a better player. You can get into the stats. Look, I'm flashing them on the screen right now. Jayson Tatum has better stats than Luka Doncic this year. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, Luka's been injured. Luka's this. Luka's always injured. He's always beat up. That's part of why he's in LA right now, because a team gave up on him and didn't think that he could stay in shape. So, given that Jayson Tatum has not only, the thing that's so interesting about Tatum is he's increasing his input. He's getting better every single year. He's essentially the point guard for the freaking Boston Celtics at this point. That's how they won the championship, with him playing the point guard. Yeah, Jaylen Brown got all the trophies and the accolades, but I said it on video then that Jayson Tatum is playing some of his best basketball, even though it didn't show in the points box. It showed everywhere else. Defense, rebounds, assists. He controls the game now on a different level that he never did before. So I just want to give the dude some flowers. Like, just because he's quiet, a little timid sometimes when it comes to public appearances and all of that, he's not a complete asshole like Ant Edwards off the court. Like, it doesn't mean that he can't be looked at as one of the best players in the league. A little higher than what he is right now. It's time to give the dude his props. Because let's just say, for example, he turns around and beats everyone else in the East, runs to the East, gets to the West, and wins the championship again for the Boston Celtics. The first team to do a repeat win since the freaking Golden State Warriors several years ago. Golden State was the last team to repeat. So if the Celtics repeat this year, what else is it for Jayson Tatum? You know, he should win that MVP in the finals. If he does this, this is very achievable, by the way. They're still, in my opinion, the best team in the league. You know, they beat the Lakers handily, you know, before they shot them back into the game, like I said in my last video. But they beat them handily for the most part. And that was without Porzingis. They didn't even have Porzingis for that game. So Celtics are starting to ratchet it up. And this is a year for Jayson Tatum to really finish. He got to finish strong. This is why I said that SGA shouldn't just be handed the trophy. Like, we're getting to a point where, let's say SGA wins the MVP, right? And let's say that Oklahoma City does get through the West and the Celtics get through the East. And then the collision course is the two best teams who've been the two best teams most of the year, Celtics versus OKC. Now, hypothetically, what if the Celtics do beat the OKC Thunder? So that means Jayson Tatum, who got overlooked again, just beat the MVP on his repeat championship. Got to give the man his due. I'm just being a little early and a little ahead of the curve before everybody catches up. But I'm telling you, I'd take Jayson Tatum over Luka Doncic today if I was starting a team.